Good morning. My name is Brother Antonio Abernathy, and I'm the teacher of the Church of God here in Temple, Texas. Um, this morning's lesson will be coming from Genesis chapter 18. Okay, that is the book of Genesis, chapter 18, and like I told you guys, always reading from the King James Version Bible. Um, me consider myself as a teacher. Um, my studies are I study from home, but that's where I do my lessons from. And if any one of you, and like I said, I represent the Church of God. That's the name of the church I represent, Church of God here in Temple, Texas. Okay, and if you like to uh have lessons with me, we can. If you got a webcam, we can uh video chat and have lessons. On Sundays, I do it on Sunday mornings, and I do it on Wednesdays. Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central Time. Okay, Sunday mornings, I do it at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Central Time, from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Wednesday nights, Wednesday evenings, from 7 o'clock to 8:30. 8:30 Central Time. So if you'd like to have lessons with me, just give me a call, or you can email me. The information is on my website. You can call me up anytime. Like I said, I do prayer service. You ask for prayer, I pray for you. Okay. Um, you need to be baptized, I can baptize you. You know, those things that I do for the work, that's for the work of the Lord. My job is to save lost souls. Those out there that don't know the truth. The purpose of me, I'm not no in-depth a Bible scholar and all this, but the purpose of me to get you to read your word is that way you can sit and read the whole chapter, that book, and know what it said, and not listen to somebody else that tell you something different because you read it and you know it for yourself. Let me put it to you this way. The more you read, the more the Lord shows you. When you become one with him, he shows you all these things. No man has to teach you. He shows you these things himself. And you don't need all these study manuals. The best manual to get is the King James Version Bible and read from it. Here's the thing that I push on. We as children of God, when we doing study, we all have to do it on one accord. Meaning what I'm reading from, if I'm reading from the word and it coming from the King James Version Bible, that's what I want you to use, the King James Version Bible. See, I'll use two versions. Only two I use would be this one I got now, the King James and the NIV. Don't mess with none of those other translations. Leave them alone. Just read these two. And, get you a NIV Bible. Okay, that way we all on the same wavelength. We communicating with each other. We are supposed to do it as one. Christ told you everything he got is one. He got one church. That's it. It doesn't make, there used to be a time when I didn't know that the name made a difference. No, the name don't make a difference as long as he's the head of that church. Okay. See, I can get into in-depth detail. See, I'm not gonna, call out no churches like that, but bottom line, Christ is just, and I'll say this, he's just a Christian. He's a Christian. End of story. That's it. I'll leave it at that. Now, for you to continue to read, you will learn, the things that he tell you you need to know. He gonna tell you if you follow these, especially what's all in the New Testament. Everything in the New Testament, he gonna put you on point and let you know exactly what's this mean, what this mean. He gonna let you know. Now, I'm gonna read chapter 18, and y'all follow along with me. Read from the King James Version Bible. I hope you all got King James Bibles that you can follow me. And the Lord appeared unto him, and the plains of Mamre, and he sat in the tent door in the heat of the day. Now it's probably like high noon. And he lifted up his eyes and looked, and lo, 3 men stood by him. And when he saw them, he ran to meet them from the tent door and bowed himself towards the ground and said, My Lord, if now I have found favor in thy sight, pass not away, I pray thee, from thy servant. Let a little water, I pray you, be fetched, and wash your feet, and rest yourselves under the tree. And I will fetch a morsel of bread, and comfort ye your hearts. After that ye shall pass on. For therefore are ye come to your servant. And they said, So do, as thou hast said. And Abraham hastened into the said so, and they said, So do, as thou hast said. And Abraham hastened into the tent unto Sarah, and said, Make ready quickly 3 measures of fine meal, knead it, and make cakes upon the hearth. And Abraham ran unto her, and fetched a calf tender and good, and gave it unto a young man, and he hasted to dress it. And he took butter and milk, and the calf which he had dressed, and set it before them. And he stood by them under the tree, and they did eat. And they said unto him, Where is Sarah thy wife? And he said, Behold, in the tent. And he said, I will certainly return unto thee, according to the time of life. And lo, Sarah thy wife shall have a son. And Sarah heard it in the tent door, which was behind him. Now Abraham and Sarah were old and well stricken in age, and it ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of woman. Therefore Sarah laughed within herself, saying, After I am waxed old, shall I have pleasure, my Lord being old also? And the Lord said unto Abraham, Wherefore did Sarah laugh, saying, Shall I of a surety bear a child, which am old? Is anything too hard for the Lord? At the time appointed, I will return unto thee according to the time of life, and Sarah shall have a son. Now see, she made a statement, is there anything too hard for the Lord? See, first of all, anything is possible with the Lord. Anything. I got a blind eye here, okay? And I know, no doubt in my mind, whoever hearing this video, that God's going to bless me to get the sight back, because I have faith. All things through God is possible. All things. Nothing is not possible. Everything is possible with God. Everything. I mean everything. Especially if it's good. Then Sarah denied, saying, I laughed not, for she was afraid. And he said, Nay, but thou didst laugh. And the men rose up from thence and looked towards Sodom, and Abraham went with them to bring them on the way. And the Lord said, Shall I hide from Abraham that thing which I do, seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him? For I know him, that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of the Lord, to do justice and judgment, that the Lord may bring upon Abraham that which he has spoken of him. And the Lord said, Because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous, I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it, which is come unto me. And if not, I will know. And the men turned their faces from thence and went towards Sodom. But Abraham stood yet before the Lord. And Abraham drew near and said, Wilt thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked? Peradventure there be 50 righteous within the city. Wilt thou destroy and not spare the place for 50 righteous that are therein, that be far from thee to do after this manner, to slay the righteous with the wicked, and that the righteous should be as the wicked that be far from thee? Shall not the judge of all the earth do right? And the Lord said, If I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will spare all the place for their sakes. See, he said I will spare. If you give me 50 people there that's righteous, I will spare the city, Sodom and Gomorrah. And Abraham answered and said, Behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord, which am but dust and ashes. Peradventure there shall lack 5 of the 50 righteous. Wilt thou destroy all the city for lack of 5? And he said, If I find there 45, I will not destroy it. See, there he goes again. Tells him the exact same thing. And he spake unto him yet again, and said, Peradventure there shall be 40 found there. And he said, I will not do it for 40's sake. And he said unto him, Oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak. Peradventure there shall 30 be found there. And he said, I will not do it if I find 30 there. And he said, Behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord. Peradventure there shall be 20 found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 20's sake. And he said, Oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak yet. But this once, peradventure, 10 shall be found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 10's sake. And the Lord went his way as soon as he had left communing with Abraham, and Abraham returned unto his place. See, now he told him he started from 50. And he went down, he said, if 5 of them, if you find, if 5 of them are right, he said, if 5 of them are wrong and 45 of them right, he said, would you destroy it? He said, not even for 40. He said, not for 40 and 5's sake. He dropped all the way down to 10. He said, if you find 10 of them right, I will spare it for 10's sake. In other words, In Sodom and Gomorrah's time, in Lot's time, there was not one. Because the only ones that were saved in Sodom and Gomorrah was Lot and his two daughters. That's it. Because his wife left with him. The Lord told him, whatever you do when you leave the city, don't look back. And she did. She turned into a pillar of salt. Okay? Because she forsook the Lord. He told them, whatever y'all do when we leave, do not turn back. Don't look back for nothing. You keep looking forward. And in other words, she disobeyed the Lord. And that's what happens when we disobey the Lord. And my brothers and sisters, this is it's kind of a short lesson. It's kind of a lesson I had to blend in with one of the other ones. Don't play with your life. Or better yet, rephrase that. Don't play with your soul. Don't play with your soul. You can be saved right now. Don't do it tomorrow. Don't do it next week or next year. Next week. Do it now. Because we don't know when we're going to die. We don't know. Let me explain something to y'all. We all have a day. We are appointed today to die. We don't know when we're going to go, just like we don't know when Christ is going to return. Because he told you and he can come as a thief in the night. Read your word. Read Matthew 24, 42 down to 46. Okay? Read Mark. I think it's 13. Mark 13. Mark 13 down to Mark 13, 35 down to 37. He said, you know not the hour when the master shall return. He may come at midnight. He may come in the morning, at noon, or when the cock crow. But he come and find you sleep. And what I say unto you, I say unto all. Watch. See, we don't know when he's going to return. We don't. But to be safe and sorry, get baptized. You can call me up anytime of the day, anytime of night, 24/7, 365 days a year, including leap year. Give me your hand and give God your heart. And confess with the mouth that Jesus Christ is the Son of God. Once you do that, you are now part. You've been added to his body. You not only added to his body, but you've been added to the book of life. Meaning your stock just went up to make it in entering those pearly gates. But here's the thing. The test is on now. When you do that, you got to stay rooted and grounded. Study your word every day and pray. And pray. See, Jesus told you when you pray, he said you do it in secret. Now, I don't know how that affects when you're in the house of the Lord. But he said you pray in secret. You pray in secret. Okay? In other words, you do your prayer in front of the Lord. And only one know what you said in that prayer is you and the Almighty Father and his Son. Excuse me. Jesus Christ, our big brother. He hears you. And he rewards you in whatever you ask for. And that being said, my brothers and sisters, Again, you can be saved right now. The number on my webpage. Call me 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, including leap year. Be saved. Don't play with your life. My brothers and sisters, until the next lesson be the will of God, I just like to say I love y'all and stay rooted and grounded. Continue to read your word and do the will of God. All of you guys have a blessed day.